Hello everyone, this is Toby Paik, and welcome to another mlog. I just thought I'd give it a name at this point because it just makes everyone's lives easier that way, doesn't it? Thank you very much for your support on my recent guitar cover for Sweater Weather by The Neighborhood. Didn't really think everyone would like it that much. I enjoyed playing it, but yeah, I just didn't expect you like it so much, so thank you very much. What's going on with my life? Tomatoes. Yes, those damn tomatoes. They're not dead, like something's actually growing. In fact, it's actually growing very rapidly, which is kind of like scary at this point. It's like, is it gonna grow into like a poison ivy and just consume me while I sleep or something? Like, it's growing really quick and it's getting a little like gross. It's like, I just thought it was gonna be like some cute little, tomatoes that I can just pick out and make it into a tomato sauce or spaghetti bolognese or something, but well, there's no tomatoes on it yet, but it's growing really quick. For those of you who checked out my previous vlog where I'm setting up the tomato stuff and trying to become an indoor farmer, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't get why anything is growing from that, to be honest. But I'm just surprised something's actually happening, and hopefully we'll be seeing some actual tomatoes in the near future. So I'll keep you posted on that on my Instagram stories and stuff like that. And I don't know why, a lot of you have been asking whether the tomatoes that I'm growing is weed. Just to clear that up right here, right now, it's not weed. They're just some stupid tomatoes, okay? So I don't grow weed, especially not when my Asian parents are around. So hope that is cleared up. Not weed, tomatoes. What's next? Right now, I am in the midst of sort of just decluttering and selling a bunch of stuff that I don't use. I hate to admit that I am a hoarder, but I am somewhat of a hoarder, I think, because I just keep stuff that I don't use for a year plus, and I just sort of have it there, and I don't throw them away, I don't get rid of it, because just in case I get to use it, but I don't. So I think it's about time I sort of declutter and get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, which is what I'm doing. I might regret it in the near future that I sold everything too drastically, too quickly, too much of it, but hey, that's life. So if anything, I'll buy more crypto, and from that crypto money, I'll replace it with another junk that I sold. Speaking of crypto, putting a lot of my income, my savings into crypto. Currently using Coinbase, but let me know if you have any other suggestions on what to use. But yeah, I do believe crypto is the future, especially when the Great Depression hits next year. I'm gonna call it, and I'm gonna be the first one to be laughing and crying at the same time, because it is the Great Depression and no one's gonna have fun with that, I suppose. But yeah, I'm gonna make my bet right now on record that I think there's gonna be a Great Depression sometime next year. We're already seeing a huge bubble in the stock market, not to mention all these crazy stuff that's happening with Gamestop and AMC and all that. But by the way, talking about stocks, I have not bought GameStop, so don't worry. Instead, I've bought some AMC and Nokia, because all of you TikTokers have been banging on about it, and you've been commenting, asking whether I've bought some and that I should buy some because it's gonna get us to the moon. First of all, I don't want to go to the moon, I want to go to Mars with Elon instead, okay? So that's that. So far, I've lost quite a bit of money on it already, but everyone's saying, hold on, hodl, we're going to the moon. Again, I don't want to go to the moon, I like it here. It's breathable here. I'm a bit of a FOMO, so I'm gonna admit I'm a bit of a FOMO, and so I've put some of my savings in that. So we'll see, and I'll update you how that goes. If that doesn't go well and I lose all my money on it, I may have to sell the rest of my guitars, which I've kind of been doing anyway.
But that's not because I've been losing money, it's because I want to put that money into crypto so that I can buy more guitars in the future when hopefully the crypto
rises and takes over everything with the Great Depression. But anyway, that's my semi-conspiracy junkie kicking in, so you already knew that I was a conspiracy nutcase anyway, so I'm just gonna assume that you understand that and you're not like concerned what happened to Toby. He's just been doing guitar covers and suddenly he's selling all his guitars and you know, he's like preparing for the end of the world. Kind of, but not really. I'm not retiring. I think my last vlog confused a lot of people because I was selling a lot of guitars and everyone was like, are you retiring? Like, no, I'm not retiring. In fact, I don't even know what I'm retiring from. I haven't made a career out of it. I just occasionally play guitar on YouTube for fun. So, and I guess before we move on, this is a good time for me to introduce to you my sponsor for this video. Yeah, you've heard that right. I have a sponsor for this video now. Well, for this one video, I don't know how it will go. Like maybe they'll hate it and they'll never sponsor me ever again, but either way. But then again, I don't know why someone would sponsor my video. It's like, who would watch this? I mean, some of you are watching this now, obviously, and I keep wondering, like, why? Probably 90% of you don't understand or are not interested in. Even I don't understand most of what I'm doing. I'm just a FOMO, like I said, I just follow the trend on Twitter and here I am. But anyway, here's a spot for my sponsor today. It's these beautiful jewelry company called Gothic. I'll leave a link in the description for you to check out and you can use my code Toby to get some discount. Yeah, feel free to check them out. They make some awesome, they've got this very cool sort of Gothic Viking vibe going on mostly, and I dig it. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing guitar wearing these. I don't know, it just makes me feel
powerful.
I've never done like a sponsored video on YouTube, by the way, so I don't know how I did. Rate my sponsored video. What else did I want to cover today? Oh yeah, let's talk about guitars, because that's what most of my channel is all about. But yeah, even though I've mentioned I'm selling a bunch of guitars, the reason why I'm selling a bunch of guitars is so that I can buy more guitars. And since I'm not balling yet, I unfortunately have to let some of my babies go in order to acquire a new baby. This is the guitar I want for my next purchase. It's supposed to be a ESP KH3 30th anniversary guitar. Some of you Metallica fans may know of this guitar. It's been famously known for its skull spider artwork, and I like Les Paul shapes. I like EMG pickups. I definitely want something where it's like a 24 fret, and I love that it has scalloped frets near the high notes, high position of the neck, I mean. Hopefully I can acquire that guitar, and I will definitely ask you guys what I should cover. I mean, it should be a Metallica cover, obviously, because it is a Metallica Kirk Hammett signature guitar, so I feel like that's the right thing to do. But then again, I never do the right thing anyway for this channel, or in my life in general, so I'll keep you guys up to date on how that goes. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, that's where I'm most active. speaking of Twitter, let's move on to FAQ. It's been a while. Didn't get much FAQ on Twitter. I don't know, maybe I've done this too early. Or maybe you guys just don't like me. But nonetheless, here we go. First one's from Carla. Favorite cover that you've done so far? I think Daisy by Ashnika was a fun cover. I like how it was mixed. I think the guitar tone and the original track sort of blended very well, luckily. And yeah, I enjoyed it. It's one of those covers where sometimes it plays in my head, even though I covered it, which is kind of lame, but yeah, I enjoyed that. The next questions are all from the same person, Greedy. Vet C? I'm sorry, I'm butchering all your names. Vet C, you vet. I'm sorry. First one is, you've probably already answered this, but how did you learn to play electric guitar? I don't think I've actually talked about this, but I learned guitar from high school when someone was learning Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Love the band. And I just thought, hey, can I have a go? And he taught me how to play it. And I tried it for, 5 minutes and I couldn't get it because it was the first time I was holding an electric guitar. And he went, I don't think this is for you, maybe move on. It's only been 5 minutes, by the way. So I just went, you know what? I am going to practice my butt off and I am going to squish you and poop on your head with my guitar skills. So that's how I started learning guitar. A wonderful, beautiful story, isn't it? Next question, how do you know how to play cover songs? Do you look up the music sheets, for example? No, I don't. I can't read music. I can read tabs, but usually what I cover are pop songs and they don't have guitar tabs for those because there's no guitars in it usually. I almost all the time, I do everything by ear. I sit down here in this chair, play the music and grab my guitar. I have several guitars that are all in different tunings. That's why I primarily have different guitars. They're not all in the same tuning. Some of it is in drop C, drop D, standard E, half step down, etc. And I find the root note of the pop song by ear. A lot of it is by feel, basically, without getting too nerdy and technical. I grab a guitar. If I don't really jive with it within the next 15 seconds, I get another guitar in a different tuning. I try it and I kind of in my head see what kind of might fit, what style, what tone might fit in my head. And sometimes nothing comes up, so that pop song is scrapped. That's what happens. That's why a lot of you, I'm reading most of your comments. I try my best to read all of your suggestions and I'm grateful for that. And a lot of the times when your song suggestions aren't picked and covered, chances are it's because I've tried it out and it just didn't fit my style or I just didn't get anything from it. So that's why I just move on. So don't get too upset, okay? Hope that answered your question. Last question here is, okay, last one. Well, that's okay. What's your favorite guitar and how many guitars would you like to own? Well, how many guitars would I like to own is 3 mansions full of guitars. That's how much I would like to own. What's my favorite guitar? 1 second, I'll bring it. This is my current favorite guitar. It's the Adam Jones Signature Gibson Les Paul Custom. I've done a review on this, feel free to check that out. I love Les Pauls. They just get the job done. It's just a big chunky piece of wood and some hot pickups. And you can chug on it and it just works for me. Sustain's great. Some of you don't care about the sustain and pick a Strat and that's fine. Not typically a Strat person, even though I definitely want a Strat. Definitely want like 2 or 3 Strats eventually, but yeah, this is currently my favorite, and you know, my favorite guitars change all the time. So there we go. I hope that answers your question, and feel free to ask me more. Twitter, like I mentioned before, is the best bet. That's where I am mostly, and that's where I like to interact with everyone. I guess feel free to comment on my YouTube for questions as well. Maybe I'll keep doing more, but there you go. But yeah, I guess that's it. That's me and my mlog and FAQ all together. Definitely working on a new cover as well. So please subscribe and watch out for the next video, I guess. I don't know how these YouTubers like do it. Like they close the video like so professionally and eloquently. Like
make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and you know,
click on the bell thingy so that you don't miss my next video. But whatever, I can't do that because I'm Toby and I'm too shy and I'm too awkward and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Thank you very much. Until next time. Goodbye.